Cottman, Crawford, and the Jersey Guy podcast.
Hey everybody, Kenny Cottman.
Lewis Crawford.
And I'm Tom Ramage, the Jersey Guy.
Hello, my peoples. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Excellent. And for our listeners, no Tom tonight. He's still out. It's Lewis and I, no guests, just us.
Just us, just chatting away.
Yeah.
Discussion.
Well, today's little topic is gonna be about pets. But how you feeling otherwise, bro? Before we get into our topic, you good?
Good. You know.
Excelente. Yeah, it's been all right. Yeah, it's already freaking fall weather, man.
I know. I love it, man.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I love this shit.
It's only the beginning of September.
I know. I like it. It's good stuff.
No, I like to be a little bit warmer, a little bit longer, man.
Well, it will. It's not over yet. It's just early September.
Nah, well, I mean, still. Well, all good. Whatever, man. Whatever. But yeah, so today's topic is pets.
Pets.
So I've never had a pet, right? But I'm allergic to pets. Like I'm allergic to animals. So I can't have a dog or a cat or whatever. But I have a cat now.
Right. And it's not good.
It's not. So I have my own separate chair that's closed up and, have to be covered up because I can't have the cat hair on me. I can't pet the cat.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, but, the cat was, was a gift because of good grades and such. So,
okay.
It is what it is. I'm not mad, but I still can't pet. I take an allergy pill every day. So I don't have pets. But I have friends. You guys have pets and stuff, so let's see where this goes.
Yep. I love my pets. Pets, yeah, I look forward to coming home and seeing them. I have 3 dogs, 3 miniature schnauzers. I love them. They're incredible. They are yappy little motherfuckers. Not changed anything of it.
Yeah, because I don't think our listeners haven't heard them when they barking upstairs.
Every time they did bark, we thought that it was going to be on.
Yeah,
and we'd never heard it.
Yeah,
so
edit it out.
So somehow it didn't make its way through, which is kind of really cool. But
yeah,
we always apologize when we thought that you could hear
right.
Them. Hey, listen, my dog's barking in the background. Yes, I have dogs. So, but I love them because not only they're just good in a lot of different ways. Emotionally, they help you. They're like therapy. That you love them unconditionally. If anything, they love you more. They can't wait to see you. You're at the house, 2 minutes, you come back. It was like like
you've been gone for 3 hours.
Yeah. It's amazing. And of course, for me, I always loved it, and I look forward to coming home and seeing them, especially when you're going through some bad shit. It's nice to have your pets and everything. They're comforting. And they are a huge emotional support for sure. And you are for them as well, because there are times that they need it, and that's when they need you, and you got to take care of them.
Right. Now, I get it because, like me, I love dogs, right? I would love to be able to play with dogs, hang out and whatever. But I'm so allergic to them that even like their saliva,
right?
If I catch a ball or whatever, my hands are breaking out. I get all kind of itchy and it's all.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. But but so now for me, as I said, you know more about this stuff because you read all about it. How is it that a pet becomes the emotional support pet? Like,
because no matter what, you create a bond with them. It's like, they love you. They can't wait to see you. They want to hang out with you. They want to love you up. They want to give you kisses. Whatever it is that your dog does, they make you laugh. They're weird. They do some crazy shit, make you laugh. Sometimes they do things where because they have a sixth sense, and you sometimes think like, okay, what's going on? What is he looking at?
Right,
kind of thing. Like dogs. But they truly are a man's best friend because they make you feel. They know when you're not feeling good. They know when you're not, whether it's emotional, physical, whatever it is. They're there, and they come and they'll just lay with you.
Yeah, but that's a dog.
even if you're not going on, they want to come lay with you because they want to be with you.
Right, but that's a dog, and I guess fine that you can do that.
Right,
but then
sometimes cats do. I guess I'm not a cat person, but I guess
but people turn around and they they're having hamsters and
Snakes and lizards
snakes and all that stuff.
to each his own, I guess.
For support therapy. So I'm trying to figure out how those pets would be therapy for you.
Well, again, I guess to each his own, and whatever. How long have you had that animal? Did you bring it up when you first got? How was it a youngling or something?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's wild. Yeah.
So people have different. Like we have Haley's Tanya's daughter Haley has friends who actually have those kind of pets.
Mm-hmm.
I think lizards and turtles, and they love all that kind of stuff. And they have the tanks and everything, snakes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't want to talk out of turn, but I know they're reptile,
Mm-hmm.
and they love them. And this is what they do and what they love to do. And this is their thing. And I would have to guess that they feel the same way about them the way I would feel about my dogs.
Yeah,
now,
like
I'm assuming the relationship might be a little different because of the type of animal it is. I don't know. But if they're still getting that comfort out of it or whatever it might be, then hey, that's great.
Dude, that's just, I don't know. I guess because I don't have pets, I don't understand it 100%.
Right.
I got kids, but I don't think that kind of falls into the same thing. Okay, that's not different. It's different. I love it. That's great. Yeah. No, but I mean, like I said, I guess I just never understood why people need to have the dog, the pet. And I will say this too. I am super, super selfish with my time. So that if I want to go somewhere or do whatever, I wouldn't be able to if I had a dog.
Right.
The cat, I could turn around and just, throw the cat some food, make sure the litter box is done, and
dogs got to go out. Dogs got to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's got to watch the dog if you're going to be away. It can be a bit of a pain in the ass,
right?
But if you're smart, you make those arrangements way ahead of time before. Sometimes it could be last minute, but people help you out. Hopefully you have someone who's say, "Oh yeah, I'll go by and I'll take care of it for you," and do that for you. So if you have that
option,
then if you're going to have a dog or dogs, you need to be responsible and take care of them. You can't just let them fucking hang out and not eat and not clean up after them. And
but they allow pets almost anywhere now. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to hotels and the beaches and stuff like that, some beaches and such. Now here's my thing.
Lowe's, Home Depot, the supermarket.
Now do they have to be, so question one, do they have to be support animals?
They technically have to be some type of support animal. 9 times out of 10, you will see a legitimate support animal.
Yeah, like you see them with the little vest and stuff.
They'll walk in and they have the dog in the cart. But 9 times out of 10, if the animal's in the cart, or the dog, I should say, because 9 times it's a dog.
Right.
They're well behaved. They're not barking. They're not making any noise.
Yeah.
They're not making a mess. They're just sitting there or
Just
walking.
chilling. Right.
Right. So, and they're well trained or whatever. I don't think I've ever went into some place where I've found an animal that was being obnoxious. 9 times out of 10, they were trained and well behaved. And sometimes if they weren't walking, they were so tiny that they were in the cart, sitting in someone's pocketbook or whatever, or the shopping cart or something like that.
Okay, so here's the clincher question. What say you, my brother, about people that have their pets in restaurants?
I'm not against it, but I understand why somebody wouldn't want them. And I get it. But if it's an outside cafe, then I think it's okay.
Yeah, if it's an outside one, then yeah. What about when they feed their pets off of their plate?
Well, I don't. Well,
I'm saying, I'm just asking because, like I said, I seen all this shit. I'm like, man.
Well, first of all, my dog would eat its own food, and I'm not going to give him human food. So that's first of all.
Right. Okay.
And if I did give him something, it wouldn't be off the actual plate. It would just be a little piece of something, and that would be most of it. Some people are a little obnoxious with that stuff, and they go a little overboard.
Right.
I'm not saying that some people are just totally crazy when it comes to their animals. The whole 9. You know what I mean? Yeah,
like the sleeping with the dog, not like in the bed kind of thing. Or people the kissing on the mouth and all that shit.
The shit out of me. Yeah,
I'm like, oh, listen.
Yeah. Well, listen. When my dogs give me kisses, I let them kiss my face or whatever. And my brother happens to. His dogs sleep with him.
Mm-hmm.
My dogs do not. They can be on the bed before we go to bed, but after that, they're kennel trained, so they go in the kennel.
Right.
That's where they go.
Yeah.
But to say when we're hanging out during the day or if we're laying up on the bed or do not doing anything, they can come up and hang out with us for that time being in sleep. And they are bed hugs for sure. Yeah. They will steal the shit out of your bed. And
That
be
is
like,
funny.
okay, who who's the one who's supposed to be on here and who's not, the kind of thing. 'Cause, for you got a sliver of bed and they got the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. That's freaking hilarious.
But some people are a little obnoxious, and it's actually not good for the pet either. When they don't have any boundaries or training, things like that. So it's not, you really need to look out for the animal as well as for yourself. It works both ways.
Yeah. I get it. I understand. Now, because now does it work, I guess we'll say, with other than reptiles, with other pets where you have to be the pack leader?
I don't know. That's a good question. As far as I would have to guess, yes. But I think for each particular animal, it would be different. So, like, I don't know, what else could you have, right? So you have cats, you have dogs, you have hamsters, right?
Right.
You can have gerbil, I guess, right? Or a rat. You could have a pet rat.
Rabbits and stuff. Yes, I guess it wouldn't even be.
You can have a pet lizard, iguana. I guess we can go on. Or pet fish. Some people like fish, right? So fish are nice. My wife has a fish in her office.
Right.
She always makes sure the tank is clean and she takes care of the fish and feeds them. So, everybody has their thing with that. I don't, I can only talk for myself.
Right.
So, what exactly else could,
Yeah, no. And I asked a question because I'm just like, it was kind of like a thinking out loud. You answering it like that makes sense. Like, you really wouldn't have be that kind of pack leader or have to do that kind of stuff. Unless you got 100 dogs, then.
Right. Yeah. Well, there are some people who take care of dogs, and these people are fantastic because what they'll do is they'll save dogs from like certain countries where they're eaten or things like that, and they're able to get them, take them, foster them, and then find them homes.
Right.
Or dogs that were abused here in this country, which of course we have plenty of.
Right.
Whether it be dog fighting or anything for that matter, and then or just neglect, or any animal for that matter, right? So, there are a lot of good people out there that do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They volunteer, or they take it upon themselves to do that.
Now, what boundaries have you set for your puppies? Like, what is it that? So, like, I know, like, for me, I don't like the cat up on the table. Anything like if you go up like waist high, I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, they won't jump on the table to look for food. They know that. Like, they won't go up on their paws and look at that.
Right.
How the
counter.
No, the command is off.
Right.
They get off immediately. But my dogs don't do that. I do have the bench. When I sit at the table, I sit on the bench. So once in a while they'll jump up, and I'll be like off,
right?
Because I'm eating.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to be up here.
Yeah,
but once in a while when I'm not supposed to, I pay attention to it and then I tell them off. Like, what do you want? What's going on? I love you too. All right, you gotta get off, kind of thing. But
you're
boundaries. Jeter has definitely taking the boundaries to another level as far as tables are concerned. He has on many occasions, if Tanya forgot her coffee on the table, he was on the table drinking the coffee.
Shut up. Yeah, that's
absolutely.
hilarious.
Or we've come home and he'd be stuck in a certain area or on something that he couldn't jump off of. So he was there the whole time when we came back because he knew how to get on. But now it's so slippery, he can't get off. So he sits there or whatever, and he's a devil. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Dude.
I have pictures of him actually on the table. I caught him on the kitchen table, and he's standing on the table. And I'm like, this dog's out of his mind.
Yeah, he's about to get beat up.
No. Actually, it was more of a funny thing because I laugh because he punishes himself. They don't remember. It's like they got reminded, like, all right, I made this mistake. I'm not going to do that again. No. Not with dogs. 9 times out of 10, they're going to do it again. Even if they did, even if they had a fight with a porcupine. Yeah, I forgot about that already. Well, I'll do it again, kind of thing.
Maybe won't happen again this time.
Yeah, and they'll do it again.
Just try
for
it
sure.
out.
If a dog messes with a skunk, I'm sure 9 times out of 10, even as bad as the smell was, they'll probably forget the fact that happened and go right after that animal. You know what I mean?
That is,
and he does that with the table. That's what it is, But my boundaries are that they can't. They don't get food from the table.
Mm-hmm.
They eat their own food at a certain time. They're allowed on the furniture. They don't sleep with us.
Mm-hmm.
We have the yard, so we let them out and run and do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty well trained. except for the barking thing, I think, we were okay. I think we do all right, but it's just the breed, and we're kind of bad on that too. I just try to follow the rule where you don't pay attention to it when you walk in. It usually works for me.
Yeah.
And then they quiet down and they stop. So.
And you never let them sleep outside, right?
No, I won't do that to them. No, I wouldn't. Why would I want to do that? So
well, I'm just saying, like if they're outside, they decided they just wanted to be outside.
No, they go out when I let them out, and then I keep an eye on them because we're in the country, so you got to be careful of animals like coyotes and shit like that, and
right?
Hawks and eagles, and
lions and tigers and bears.
You got to be careful because those kind of things can definitely be a bad.
Yeah, that'd be a bad evening.
So so you have to keep an eye on them too. You can't just leave them out and. Yeah, okay, I let the dogs out, and you let 4 hours later, and you go check on them. No, I don't do that. That's funny.
Now, what pet wouldn't you have?
A snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Lizard or iguana, no, I'm good.
Yeah, none of those.
Fish, I'll have a fish, but I'm not taking it out of the tank.
Yeah, you don't have to. Because it won't survive. But
I'm not. No, I'm saying if I have to clean the tank or whatever, I'm gonna have someone else do that.
Yeah. No, that's funny.
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah. See, my son has a tarantula.
Does he? Now that's okay.
And it's his therapy pet.
Oh, okay. And
I'm like, dude, how did that happen? So a friend of his bought him the spider. Here, this will help you. You could do this with it, do that, da da da. And he got a bigger aquarium, and he cleans out the.
Does he hold it? Does he do all that?
A little bit. He says, because I'm just learning little by little as he tells me why. And I ask, but I guess that their fur, their hair, whatever, it's kind of prickly.
Yeah,
like a self-defense thing. Right. And so they get stuck on you, and it's almost like fiberglass. You mess around with fiberglass, yeah. Well, that's how he just finding that out. Yeah, well, I'm not finding it out at fucking all. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just listening to him as he tells me. And that's how I understood it.
No, I'm good with the big spiders. Now I'm all right.
Listen, I don't care about any spiders. I'm not trying to. Like I said, I'm just like I said. As far as pets are concerned,
each his own.
Yeah. No. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not.
Your son happens to be, for whatever reason, that is what appeals to him. That's what
Yeah, and I get it, and I understand. I just don't understand the spider part. I get if it was a dog or whatever, but his mother's always had dogs, and or his aunt had dogs. I should say like that. So he's around the pets. He around the dogs and such. He loves the cats. He loves the cat at our house. So he's all over that thing. He wanted to get a cat. His mother's like, hell to the no, because they're dog people over there.
Right. Oh, and you have a cat in the house?
Yeah, cat and dog.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be the Spike and Tom,
Not good.
Yeah. That
could be a bad situation.
Yeah. I would laugh.
For the dogs, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would
Cats
like
are pretty badass, man.
I just want to hear it. It'd be freaking hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of pets, what kind of animals do you not think should be a pet?
I don't think any type of wild animal in the sense where, like, I wouldn't say to somebody, hey, you should have a coyote for a pet. No.
Yeah.
Or a mountain lion or anything, things to that that are just built to work with nature. That's what they were meant to do. Now, there are animals that are rehabilitated, right? They get hurt or whatever. They're in sanctuaries, things like that. And you can bring them up from when they're really tiny. So, like, I can understand the attachment or the relationship that person and that animal would get if brought up at a certain point. And I'm sure they can do that too. But you got to be careful with those kind of animals, I would imagine, no matter what.
I'm sure.
Especially if they're wild animals and, it could rip out your jugular.
Yeah, because what was the guy that he went to jail most recent? Shit's Kebab. He had a show on, was it HBO or whatever? That he had all the tigers and he had the exotic.
Oh, that was the guy in Florida.
That guy.
What was he called?
Yeah, I can't remember what he's called now. But anyway, that guy. So I mean, like, having those things.
Yeah,
having
he didn't take care of it. I mean, from what I understand, and don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I have no idea.
I understand that they didn't take care of the animals well. They were kind of off the wall.
Yeah. Well, Siegfried and Roy, the magicians. Then one of the tigers mauled him.
How were they? How were they treating those animals? Now circuses, of course, now are getting away from that. No more elephants and things,
right. Yeah,
nature. And I think that's the right thing, because when you look at the films and you see how they treat those animals,
Right. Yeah.
eventually the animal's going to snap.
And they have plenty of videos where the animals have,
Right,
you
and
know,
it happens. And no matter how much you have whip or chair or whatever it is you're doing,
Yeah.
that animal's going to outpower you. Regardless.
yeah, and then the cops or animal
and now
control
the animal, right, and now it's the
put 'em
animal's
down.
fault, right? Which technically it's not the animal's fault,
Right.
I mean, honestly, you were the fault,
Right.
You tortured the poor thing,
Exactly.
and he finally said, "You know what? I don't care if I'm going to die. I'm taking you
He's
ass
over.
out.
Right. Yeah.
You're done."
Yeah.
And I think that's. I was going to say human nature, but I think
Yeah.
that's nature.
That's stupid nature.
That's nature, survival.
Oh, you mean the animal bugging out like that? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So I would
Definitely.
say, human beings are the same way. Either you're going to let it happen, or you're gonna wind up going out.
Yeah. 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 No, I get it. I keep saying that because I'm just thinking about all the things that I've done or not done, that I've seen with pets, I should say, the seen or not seen. And, I know people that have their pets and they leave them outside, have a little dog house or whatever. And,
Right. That's fine.
have a heater in there or, AC in the summer or whatever. And the pets stay outside and come in once in a blue and the kids play with the dog
Right.
or whatever outside,
That's fine.
I
mean, if they're if they're taking care of the dog and they're feeding it and making sure.
Yeah, they take care of
That's
them.
fine.
They just
And
leave them outside.
I can't tell someone what's right or what's wrong. What we do is good for us. What they do is,
Well-
as long as they're not abusing the pet.
But that's what I'm saying. So then what becomes an abuse?
Well,
so,
if you leave your dog in a car in
Oh,
fucking 80, 90 degree fucking
well, yeah,
weather,
no. I'm talking about
even
like
when you think the windows are open.
that's not
okay.
going to matter because it's still fucking hot outside. But I'm talking more along the lines of at your home. So like I said, that's why I asked, do you ever leave the dogs outside? Like you said, you do live out here more on the
No,
sticks.
listen,
so,
I let them out. They'll be out there for a little while, but I'm not going to leave them out there for hours. So,
right.
so
But I
they'll
know
be
a
out there.
guy, I know two guys that own dogs. One's hunting dogs and the other is just his regular, dog,
Right, his pet.
And
He leaves the hunting animals.
he leaves the hunting animals outside in the shed. Not a shed, it's
They all have dog
it's like a dog.
houses,
Yeah,
right?
it's a big ass dog house because he uses them for hunting and whatnot. And he takes care of them, feeds them, washes them, and all that other stuff. But they stay outside.
Right.
Then he's got his dog that
But they have
stays
shelter,
inside.
and he makes sure that they're warm. And
Right.
If I think I know who it is you're talking about,
Mhm.
I believe he also brings them in the wintertime when he knows that it's too cold. He
Oh,
doesn't-
okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he
if
did.
it's way too cold, he's not leaving them out there.
Okay. Well, there you go. then. So,
You got to bring them in. But if
Yeah.
you do, you're a fucking douchebag.
Well,
But
you
that's
know. Yeah.
But I get it. I don't know if I could do that. In other words, okay, I have a pet dog, but now I have these dogs
Right.
who are my hunting dogs. Wouldn't be able to separate
Mm-hmm.
because my pet would probably be also my hunting dog, and I would treat him the same regardless. Family, he's just doing what he was bred to, what he was meant to do.
Right.
Like each dog has a certain.
Well, right. So
thing
that
that
then
they
his
do.
hunting dogs, if they have, I believe he said that if you have the hunting dogs inside, they lose or it messes up their sense of smell. So then they won't be able to find whatever prey that they're looking for when they go out hunting, because the cooking in the house, they don't know they lose their sense of looking for stuff out in the wild.
You know what? I don't know. I can't say if that's right or wrong. But
Mhm.
I would look at it this way: it's the same as if, once the animal had the scent of whatever it is it was hunting
Mhm.
or tracking, I should say, it'd be like the same thing. Wouldn't it be the same way they would feel as if they took a bite out of something? They would never forget what that was. And they knew
That's
what it was.
that's what I said.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, I would think that once they have it, I don't think you would ever be able to remove it. Besides, that particular animal is meant for that. That's what they.
Right.
So like my dogs, the miniature schnauzers, so they're routers, they're rattus or whatever you want to call them.
Mhm.
They were meant to go in the hole and get out whatever varmint that was in there.
Okay.
Groundhog, rat, whatever it was that the farmer was looking to. They used them for.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And each dog has, whether the working dog or their, there's a level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So, from the small ones to the large ones, I think there's like 3 different. You got small breed, medium, and then large, and each one does has a reason for, and then you have dogs that really, they're just lap dogs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
they don't really do anything. I don't know what they would really be meant for in the sense that they're just hanging out with you.
Yeah, just house dogs.
Like a Shih Tzu, I don't think you would send out to go looking for. What's he going to hunt? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be a guard dog. But then, too, like,
right, exactly. So, so each, I don't know if I would, going back to what I was saying earlier, I don't think I'd be able to separate the two, but I understand the reason. But just because of that doesn't mean I'm not going to put them in the house. Now, if you got, what is it, like 6 dogs he's got or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you can't have them all in the house. I mean, but as long as whatever he's got them in, shelter-wise, they're warm, they got food, it's clean.
Right.
Not sleeping in their own,
feces or whatever.
All that other stuff, right? And it's being kept up. Then, hey, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? That's fine, you know. But at the same time, I don't think I would be able to love the animal and have a bond with it either at the same time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I think the animal needs that as well, regardless of the fact that they are a dog that tracks a certain prey or whatever they do.
Right. Now, when you take your puppies out, you can't take them off the leash, right? Because they end up just running bananas.
I don't think they would run. I wouldn't take the chance to do it because I know as soon as they saw a squirrel or a rabbit, their ass is gone.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Or a bird. They'll go after a bird too, they home in immediately. As soon as they see it, they're like, I'm going to get you.
That is hilarious.
When they're looking at the back patio window, they know, they see, they're shaking. They're looking at the squirrel walking across the top of the fence. And they're like, I'm going to get you, motherfucker.
Yeah, one day this door's going to be open.
Me and you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you. You're going to be off guard, and I'm going to catch your ass.
That is too funny.
But at the same time, I don't think I would want that to happen either.
Oh, I'm sure. Probably not, because you never know. They're dirty. The rats.
Well, not only that, but I wouldn't want I don't know if I would want my dog to, I don't think it would be a bad thing, because I see it all the time where people, oh, look who so-and-so brought me today, like a dog caught a squirrel or bought a rabbit.
Right.
And brought it into the house, or a bird.
Right.
They caught it. Look, and they're bringing it to you like a cat brings you a mouse or something.
Right.
Like
yeah. Brings
look
present.
what I did. Look what I did. I got that. So I think that's just part of their makeup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they do.
That's
stop.
wild. Yeah.
You can't get mad. Like, again, we were talking about
right.
You can't get mad at the animal. You got it locked up.
Mm-hmm.
You're making it do this shit it doesn't want to do, right?
Yeah.
And you're snapping a whip at them or whatever it is you're doing. And eventually they're gonna snap out on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No shit.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Now, okay. So now your dogs are hypoallergenic.
Hypoallergenic, yes.
Now, is that like gene splicing? Was that something that was created, or that's a natural thing through the schnauzers?
The type of breed and the hair. I think no, it's not only to them. There's other breeds out there, and I don't know which ones they are. I couldn't tell.
Well, yeah, no. I just meant like if that's something, right?
Things.
But I don't know if that was something that they changed up, or if it was that the dog was really,
No, that's a good question. I don't know. I just know they've always been hyperallergenic, and they don't shed.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any such thing as a cat.
So if they don't shed, they have to be groomed.
Oh, okay, all right, and that
most
makes
dogs
sense.
that shed kind of do it, and even dogs who shed should be groomed too, or brushed at least.
Right.
To get all the other hair out there, coat or whatever it is for that season.
Well, then, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But with the schnauzer, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
They just grow, and then you go and get them caught again. That's it.
Now, how often do you take yours to get groomed?
They just got done a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. So probably, let's see, it's September. Probably late October, early November, probably.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Well, dig this. So for cats, in short hair, while no such thing as a hypoallergenic or allergen-free or hypoallergenic cats, there are those that are considered hypoallergenic are often thought to produce less of the FeLD1 protein. Therefore, they cause fewer allergy symptoms. And they got a picture of the hairless cat.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that makes sense, So I guess, yeah. But, yeah, so no such thing. Because every cat sheds, every cat is, well, the new way to groom themselves and whatnot.
Right.
So
and they have the dander too, cats. And that's,
right.
Most people I know they could be allergic to dogs, but the cat stuff seems to be worse.
Yeah. Oh no. Listen, if I
Than the
don't,
dogs.
if I miss my allergy pill, listen. You know, it sound like if I miss my pill, I'll sound like this.
that-
Like, oh,
oh, that
Jesus.
sucks,
Yeah,
man.
just like
I've never had allergies like that before as far as animals are concerned. Once in a while, I'll get the outside stuff what's
right.
going on.
Yeah.
But not. Thank God I didn't get it from animals. I'm glad about that. by the
Yeah.
way.
Well, I'm glad that that this stuff works, you know, because I would have had to wait for the cat to die before I got remarried and moved in the house. Because
messed up,
they weren't going to let me in before the cat. You know, like, oh, well, sorry. You know, we'll see you outside. You know, that's freaking funny and wrong all at the same time. But yeah. And they were like, yeah, nah, fuck you, bro. It's over.
I hear you, man. I had cats growing up. My parents had cats.
Mm-hmm.
And we also had dogs. So I even had hamsters. I had snails when I was really young. I remember that, and had them in a bottle.
Yeah.
Remember back in the
Oh
day,
my
you had
God,
snails?
dude. Yeah.
I
Holy
had
shit.
those. I had
That's
hamsters. I had fish. My parents had like big tanks,
funny. Yeah.
like saltwater fish. I remember that growing up. They had a few tanks. Like you had a 50-gallon, 25-gallon tanks. I remember that stuff. That was crazy because that was a crazy upkeep on that.
Well, so now, I don't want to say now, but so I know people that have aquariums and or have had aquariums. Same guy with the dogs has a monster aquarium in his living room, and he buys or bought fish that clean the tank or help clean the tank. I mean, he got the filter and whatnot on there.
Right.
I can't remember the name of it. People are gonna beat me up for this one. But
I think I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
and it's like they kind of like stick to
Stuck
the
to the
side
glass,
of the side, to the
right.
glass, and they're just eating all the algae and stuff
Right.
throughout the whole thing, and you know, just fun. It's just a nifty ecosystem that they have inside these fish tanks, and I'm like, man, you know, I don't know. I guess again, I wouldn't. I just am too selfish
You
with
still
my
have
time.
to clean the tank though.
Oh yeah, no. You got to clean the tank out. I'm just saying, like, I know for me, I don't even want fish. I'm just way too selfish with my time. Not that I hate animals. I love dogs. I love animals. I love, you know, I love animals.
Some people have turtles too, by the way.
Yeah, turtle. Yeah, no, none of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Haley has a turtle, and supposedly the turtle went rogue and ate some of the goldfish in the
Oh
tank.
no way!
But they got this. This was I think is it a box turtle? Is that what they're called?
I think so.
And this thing got big, and it wound up eating the fish in the tank. And once it got the taste of the first one, it went after the other one. Anybody couldn't catch the last one because it was too small and it was fast.
Yeah.
So, but I believe my boyfriend found this turtle, and when it was picked it up and then put it in a tank. And
so it wasn't even
from a pet store or anything like that. But this thing got it's getting pretty big, and now he went rogue, so now he's like, you know, you got to get rid of him. Not rid of him in the sense.
No. Well, but then why? So why don't they just put them in another tank and then feed them?
No, they're going to just put them in a turtle. They have the friends I was telling you about who have all the reptiles.
Yeah.
Just to put them in a sanctuary.
Okay.
Someplace where he'll be, where he should be.
Yeah.
He's more.
He'll be with his turtle brothers.
Environment and doing, brothers and sisters. Eating goldfish.
Eating goldfish. That's just freaking hilarious.
On the fish. That's crazy. I didn't even know they could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, a snapping turtle, I know they're crazy because snapping turtles, they'll eat ducks. They come up right up from the water. And they grab the duck and pull them right down, bro.
See?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
Snapping
dude.
turtles are no joke. Did you ever see the giant snapping turtles? The ones.
Well, I've seen big ones. You see them on the street.
Picks them up on. No, I'm not talking. I'm talking the size of like the shell is huge. They have them in these crazy. I don't know if it's an aquarium or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But, this guy's picking. I seen him on Facebook. The guy pick it up, and this giant snapper.
What?
This thing is huge. He's holding him by the shell, back of the shell, and he's got the other one. And this thing the minute he takes him, the thing opens his mouth.
Yeah, ready to get him.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
He's ready to take somebody's limb off, a finger, something.
Jeez. Yeah. No, I they said
nasty.
I'm good. All that reptile stuff, I'm not into it. I'm not. Yeah, not doing it. Not doing it.
I have a cool story about a turtle, real quick. I remember at my mother's house, we found this turtle.
You found a turtle in Brooklyn?
No, my mother's house, upstate New York.
Oh, okay.
Upstate New York, in Hurleyville, New York. And this turtle, snapping turtle, had spikes on its shell.
What?
Yeah. Not like just a regular flat shell, spikes, like,
Right.
like pyramid type shells, right?
Yeah.
And one of the kids that was there at the time, his name was John, and he said, if you touch the back of their shell, don't do it. Like, he's like, I'm just gonna tap them on his shell. He's like, don't do it, because they jump straight up in the air. They spring.
Right.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. They don't do that. And lo and behold, this thing shot up like a rocket. Bro.
No way.
I touched the back of his shell and scared the living shit out of me. This thing shot up like it was nobody's business. Right. What was the turtle name in the Godzilla? What was it?
Oh,
was it Rodan?
Shit.
It wasn't Rodan.
Was it Rodan? Yes, because Mothra was the moth.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was Rodan.
So
yeah.
it's like Rodan. It's crazy.
That is hilarious, bro. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm not big on reptiles either. But if I do see a turtle in the road,
yeah, you do. I've seen you
I
get
will
out
pull over and I will get it and push it to the side so it doesn't get hit by a car. Or
Yeah. I've seen you do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see anything get hurt.
Oh yeah, no. I get it. No, I get it. I said there's not that guy, but yeah.
Yeah.
No. I get it. That is funny.
So,
now, is there a pet that you haven't had that you regret not having? Oh, I don't say regret. Regret's a strong word, but
every once in a while, I think like maybe I get a parakeet or some type of something like that. But I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need another one, something else that I have to worry about and take care of.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't want it to be a novelty.
Yeah.
And then
have the dogs jump up and catch him as she's trying to fly.
Right.
The bird's trying to fly around the house.
Bird gets out and one of the schnauzers grabs him.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
That is funny.
So, no, not that I regret. No, I'm glad, and I'll just say this, and I won't go into detail, but I'm glad I'm able to have my dogs.
Right.
This is the way I had dogs when I was younger.
Right.
The difference is the way it should be when you have animals.
Yeah.
You need to take care of them, and you got to do the right thing.
Right. Yeah, like you're an animal lover. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're not gonna, your dogs are everything to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah, I love my dogs.
Yeah. So there's people that, just like, oh yeah, it's just a dog.
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
Well, I get that. Some people don't understand that or don't have that connection. But we do. We love our animals. So
yeah, no, I just bug out.
Of them,
Yeah, right. I mean, I bug out, man. There's stories and
there's some
stuff
people,
that
like I said, some people are ridiculous.
Yeah, they just obsessed with the fucking pet. I'm like, yo, they calm down. It's not that fucking serious.
Well, you ever see the one with Caesar? Like, there's the owner will have a dog and they're obsessed with the dog, or the dog is protecting that particular person. If a kid comes near it or whatever, and the dog goes, well, and then he tells you, you're the problem. It's not the dog.
Yeah,
you're putting out this
energy,
and this is why the dog is doing what it's doing. Because you're saying it's okay for him to do this, and you're not doing anything to change it.
Yeah.
Now he's not saying hit the dog, beat the dog, or anything like that. You have to discipline the dog and get it trained so that they understand that this is not acceptable.
Right.
And you have to change the way you're doing whatever it is you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him, Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer guy. I don't think I've ever seen him do anything where it was any kind of like anything to the dog. He just had the leash and that was it. You know what I'm saying? I think only one time there was one dog that he had to put a muzzle.
He'll do the thing with his finger, something, when he just gives him the little...
Right, but he's just like shots. Touching the dog. It's not like he's jabbing the dog in his neck.
Sometimes he gives him a little shots.
What I'm saying is not like he's...
But it's more of he's trying to mimic the way another dog would feel.
Right, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the only thing I've ever seen him do was put a muzzle on a dog one time.
Right.
And halfway through the show, it was done. So, yeah, that guy's like...
Yeah.
He's crazy
he's
with it.
Amazing how he is.
Yeah.
I mean, and he has other animals too. He has a sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only, it's not dogs only, but it's other animals.
Right. And they all live together chilling.
Yo, man.
It's crazy.
Amazing how he does it. And I love when he gets the celebrities with their dogs.
Right.
What's going on. And he tells them, hey,
yeah,
you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah,
this is wrong, you know what I mean?
It's you. This is
it's not the dog.
It's not the dog. It's not the whatever.
Hey, listen. Whenever the kids would leave something out and it got chewed up, and we said to them, "What did we tell you to do?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but no, not yet. But I told you if you put your shoes away, the dog gets to it. It's gonna be your fault.
It's on you.
The dog.
I don't want to hear shit.
I'm not blaming the dog because you left it out.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And that goes for me too. If I leave something out and the dog gets to it. Now, fortunately, I don't have those kind of dogs where they chew up shit.
Right.
They do that mostly when they're puppies.
But Jeter has anxiety issues. Now, that's another thing that I bug out with, like the diagnoses for some of the pets. I'm like, really? Anxiety on a dog, allergies on a dog or cat? I'm like, what?
He is definitely hyper-focused for sure. You know, he is, you know, he could be a little jumpy at times. And then at other times he's, you know, it's just, he's a very strange bird. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I love him, but he's definitely on the spectrum for sure.
Yeah, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, it is. It's funny because
but see, now that's
like you see how it is, right? Like when you tap him,
right?
It feels good to him. Like you know, he needs that tap on his sternum, or where the other dogs just like you to pet them or whatever. Otherwise, you know, it's the opposite for him.
Yeah,
which is like weird. It's like okay. And his growl is really more like an acknowledgement that he likes.
Yeah, like he's
doing.
like
right. It's
like
not
a moan. It's like,
right.
oh, that's the spot.
It sounds bad, but it's really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. No, like I said, I get it. I understand. You know, the pets and they want the love and whatnot. I think I'm just having. I know for me that I'm having a hard time understanding the things that you would assume that don't happen to animals. Like I said, you know, some have anxiety issues, you know, other ones have allergies that they're breaking out with shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what? It's a dog. It's a pet. It's a cat. It's a this and the third. What do you mean allergies? Like the cat, like even what you're feeding them, you know, indoor cat, outdoor cat. I'm like, what? The fuck you talking about indoor cat, outdoor cat? It should be all the same food. It's whatever.
Right. Yeah. So with our dogs, it depends on, they can be allergic if it's chicken or lamb or whatever it is. Some dogs are allergic to those things. So
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
shit.
same way we are. You know, it's like I know Patriot. We give him. He's a little sensitive boy,
right?
So we give him the 5 milligram allergy medicine. I think it's Allegra, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
it's the dissolvable ones.
Right.
So we just give it to him because he tends to once in a while, you know, have a reaction to stuff because he's just sensitive to whatever it is.
That's
funny, but
not
nothing crazy. It's just
it
just helps take the edge off, so he's not scratching and licking. You know what I mean?
Except for me, that bugs me out
because dogs like to lick and they'll scratch and they'll continue to do it. They'll get so hyper focused on it, they can wind up hurting themselves.
That's crazy. I just, like I said, I never ever thought about, you know, and only a couple of years ago, I should say, you know, I was like, what? Dog got allergies?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck you mean your dog got allergies? He's a dog. He's supposed to be outside running around. It should be in his, you know.
Well, like anything else, you got to take care of it, you know, and make sure that they're comfortable or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
And the worst thing about having a pet is when you lose a pet.
Oh,
That is the major
yeah.
hardest thing, especially if you're really attached and you love your animal. It is heartbreaking. It totally, it's devastating in a lot of ways. Sometimes because they love you so much the way they do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no,
it's the bond is undescribable.
I've seen it. My cousin, she had a dog when we lived in Brooklyn. And when that dog died, my aunt, godfather, and my cousin, they were like crying, bawling for like 3 days.
Yeah, at least.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck you talking about? You
Absolutely.
know? Yeah, so whatever. I think she's still traumatized. I think my cousin is still traumatized by that shit.
I miss my any of the dogs I had before. I miss them dearly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's the hardest part because they're not with us that long.
Mm-hmm.
They're only here for a short time.
Yeah, because what is it, 7 years for everyone?
No, that's actually incorrect. So the first year they're actually about 18 years old or something like that.
The first year?
Yeah. And then after that, it's like 3 years or so after that.
So it's every 3 years. Every 1 year is 3 years, an equivalent of 3 years?
Right.
Oh. Well, shit,
it's not the normal 7 years. There's a scale, actually, now. You can get it now. Older dogs age quicker. The smaller the dog, the slower the aging, but not by much.
So the smaller the dog, longer it lives?
A little bit. 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
Yes, depending on the breed.
Got it.
Some breeds will live way long, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like a rat terrier will live like for fucking ever. That thing is amazing, you know. Schnautzers just have a life expectancy between 12 and 14 years. Maybe.
Okay.
If you're lucky, you get a little bit more out of them, then you're good.
Now, will you, if any of your puppies, when they get old and they pass, are you going to get more?
I don't know.
Or are you going to be done?
I don't know. By that time, and I don't want to think about it, but I'll be way older by that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where we'll be in our lives, but I would probably have to say yes. I probably would have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just takes a little time to get through, because you're really paying tribute to the dog you had before, and that's the reason why you're getting another one.
Oh, okay.
You know, because you're thinking about, hey, you love the other one so much, you can't not be without a dog. And knowing, if you were to think about it, what's the analogy? The dog would want you to do that because they want, because of how much you love them. They want you to be able to love another dog,
right,
or animal, or whatever it is that you have as a pet.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. Well, so then with that, and you loving your puppies.
Yes, sir.
Little critters, the boogie, the boogie,
my dogs,
the
my boopers.
We would say thank you. Thank you for answering my questions, because this shit that I said, I didn't even fucking, I'm like, yeah, whatever, fucking dog, whatever. Kiss my ass, whatever. See them shits in somebody else's house, whatever. But no, I appreciate it, letting people know and whatnot. That works. That makes sense.
Yes, sir.
So to all our listeners, thank you for listening. Like, follow, and all that other good stuff. You know the routine. Hit us up.
Instagram, Facebook, and everything. So thank you much for listening. Love, peace, and hair grease. Live long and prosper.
All day long.